Hello and welcome to the Crafting Coop. I'm Risa. It was Carrie. She'll be back. I'm sure of it. And we're here to craft with you. It's Sunday afternoon and we're excited and we're doing something American because we are American. And I am super excited about being American. American. Or living in America. There's plenty of people that live in America that are not American, and we welcome them.
Hello,
Like
everybody.
like Wendy. Wendy is Irish, and I love that
Hey.
about her. Um,
Okay.
but I love Wendy being here. I would be so sad if she went back to Ireland.
Hi, Stacy. Hi, Ramona.
Hello, everyone.
Gonna share us into our
Sorry
group.
that we were a few minutes late. We had a little bit of a bonker, so sorry.
There we go. I shared us into our groups. Hi, Dale.
Um, Little bit of a StreamYard's been acting funny lately, but you know.
Hey,
Oh, I
Holly.
didn't let me plug all this in. This is how bad I didn't get my stuff plugged in either. So
Hi, Amy. Holly, I did, you mentioned about not getting notified when we go live. If you do exclamation point notify in the chat, you can follow the links and maybe try signing up again to see if that
okay.
works and make sure you're signed up. Because I send a message, like I rarely miss. Like almost every time we go live, I send
She always
messages.
sends messages. And like
Yeah.
right now, I'm fixing to you could go check to see if you get this, but I am fixing to um
Hi, Sue.
hold on. I am fixing to no, that's not the right. Where am I at? I'm not in the crafting coop. That's the problem.
Uh-oh, that would help.
Okay. Um I'm going to copy this link, copy, and then I'm going to go over to Messenger to, okay, stop moving. Ah, seriously. Okay, I'm just going to look it up.
There you go. I see. So, and then there's the link there that you can sign up with Telegram too. So you can get notified both ways from Facebook and then Telegram.
Okay, why can't I find the crafting coop?
I don't know.
There it is. Okay, so now I'm going to paste that link in there. Then I'm going to go to Telegram and I'm going to paste that link in there. And there we go. Okay, now, stop, Risa.
Awesome.
Then I'm going to go back to Facebook
Okay.
and I'm going to go,
Hopefully that will work. Signing up again.
who did you share us to the nesting box, Carrie?
Yes. No, not to the nesting box crafting page, the crafters page, not to the
Oh, to the
group,
group,
not to
to the
not
group.
to the yeah,
Never mind. No.
to the group.
Got it. Got it. Got
Yes,
it.
Christina, you were on the replay from Friday. I
So
saw
now I'm
your
going to
second
share.
message and I was like, oh, I don't have time to tell her. Yeah,
Oops.
you were on the replay from Friday. Hey, Belinda. Hi, Made on the Loop.
Hello, Made on the Loop. How are you?
Hello, Amy. Another Amy.
Another Amy.
Hi,
Awesome. You know
Sybil.
that Saturday we have that event with Amy and Fred. Don't forget.
I saw that when I did the calendar today.
Yeah.
Hi, Barb.
Um, Trying to find my spots where I want to share. Praise God. Let's see.
Guys having a good Sunday?
Do 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 do. And
You were looking everywhere.
there.
You thought you lost us? Oh no.
Oh no,
I did just do
we're
a
here.
I just uploaded a lot of old lives too from last week, so you guys might have got confused about that too.
Okay, so I got us shared in there.
Speaking of
And
Amy and Fred, or Amy, hello. We were just
oh
talking about
gosh,
you.
I thought I had this all. Oh man, I let it dry. Sorry, I totally let it dry.
So okay day for you?
That was
Oh,
crazy.
yeah, I was having a good day until about an hour ago. Then it kind of went, but it's better now that I'm with you guys and I got to vent to my bestie. By the way, Risa, happy National Bestie Day.
Oh, is that today?
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't know that.
I saw it on Facebook right before we went live. So I'm like,
I
oh,
know
I'm gonna
that.
wish her happy Bestie Day live.
Yeah, I know that yesterday was Jessica and Glenn's 12th anniversary wedding anniversary, and I was like, oh, that's cool. And
Yeah.
then Jessica and him got. I know she's about a month late, but she is a working girl. Let me tell you that she's a therapist, and she sees children in that have been victims of trauma crime during the day, and she is a does telehealth for adults at night, trying to get all of our hours. Just like when you're a doctor in residence in your, your
Hmm.
residency, hers is the exact same way.
Right.
And so she's trying to get all that stuff done. And I don't blame her. And because she will be done come October. Thank goodness. I'm super excited for her
Yeah.
because she's a hard worker. She's also the manager over 8 therapists, 9 counting herself. And yeah, she's just a hard worker, and I really appreciate her work. She works in a nonprofit, and I really appreciate um her boss and everyone there because they value her. They see how well and how hard she works. So, and they just got through moving Carrie from the small little area in between, sandwiched between those 2 offices, where there was like one big room, 2 tiny rooms, 2 medium rooms, and a lobby. That was it. That
Hmm.
was all it was. Well, they totally, because Dan, the chiropractor, Liam's dad, he went to work somewhere else and left, did close down his office,
Oh,
and that
nice.
opened up a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 room area, plus a bathroom and a kitchen.
Wow. Nice.
Yes, I know.
That's
And she
good.
got to hire for the first time an assistant, and yeah,
Aw.
a coordinator that will help all of them. And so her department's rocking and rolling. So I'm proud
Wow.
of
I
her.
wish I lived there so she could hire me.
I know, because she would in a heartbeat. She
Um,
would.
yes, happy Bestie Day to everybody because we love you
Yes. Oh,
all.
here I'm painting. Sorry.
We all consider you friends.
Yes, of course, of
Yes,
course,
yes.
of course. And we're so glad for everybody that's here that's new to us. We're friends, so we don't
Mm-hmm.
see anybody that's new. We see everybody as friends, and we're so glad that you're here. I
Rainy?
appreciate you guys stopping in and all of our regulars. And I have been. You should show them your book, Carrie.
Well, should I wait till we're overhead?
Yeah. So yesterday I taught another book um club lesson, or book workshop lesson,
Hey,
and
Kim.
we are this is called the RCB,
I
not the
know.
RBC.
I know. I tried to change it.
So the RCB is this
It
book,
was a typo.
and it's really cool, and it's got 3 sections, and they are really not signatures since we didn't sew them in, but 3 signatures. And we will be removing pages as we go too, and keeping those and making cool things like little page pockets. As you can see, it's got a little pocket. And then we're making 3 books in 1. Pretty cool. I've had this in my mind for a really long time. And I was like, you know what? I created it. We're going to do it. And Carrie did hers yesterday. It's not completely decorated, but she did put all of her pages in, took all of her extra
Mhm.
pages out, and it looks amazing. So,
Yeah.
all right, let's get started.
Oh,
It was a lot of fun. Um,
sure.
I will probably go live another few times. We did do hand lettering yesterday. Um, oh, why did I do that? We did do hand lettering yesterday, taught them how, gave them my nearly 40-page hand lettering book I wrote. And
Right.
I hope that they will practice and, get that hand lettering down, because it's very beneficial to learn hand lettering when you um, do crafts and stuff, because last week I hand lettered on 2 of my crafts, and they were beautiful. It just turned out so pretty. And so if you can learn that skill, that is a great skill to learn. And um, usually every year, once a year, I try to teach a hand lettering for beginners. And this year I taught it in the book workshop. And it's they already got it started and were doing their work on the while we were live and doing stuff. They were working on their hand lettering, and I was really proud of them. So
Belinda has a question for you. Uh,
I got a question on the hand lettering book. When I tried to print it last night and I tried again this morning, it only prints 3 pages. Well, you probably should go download it again. It's in the group. So I would download it again and print from there.
it's the same one you have though, Belinda, isn't it?
Yeah, but hers, obviously something's wrong with it. So go print it again, go
No, I mean
download it again.
she has a copy of it from when she took the class with you.
That she printed.
Yeah.
Yeah, but she's probably used it. She probably
Uh,
wants to do the traceables again. So just go and download it again and print it out. And then you can, work on it, whatever it is you're wanting it for, whether it's tracing or whatever. I told everyone, you really don't have to print the book as long as you read it really well. But if they want to print the book, then that's cool too. It's only 3 or 4 pages, and the rest of it is all tracing letters, words, numbers, all kinds of stuff. So, hey, Barb Lucas. Hey, Amy and Belinda and Christina. Hey, Christina and Sybil. There's my girl Sybil and Diana and Kim. Hey, Kim. And where am I? Hi, Jackie and Brandy and Evelyn and Stephanie and Honey and Bear Creates. Hey, Stephanie, how are you? And let me keep going. I didn't know that was the Stephanie. That's so cool. Also, let me see.
thank
Who
you
else
for
am
the
I
star.
missing? Sharon. Hey, Sharon. And didn't I see that you said Ramona was here?
Yes, she said she went to see Jonathan today.
Oh, cool. I didn't see her comment. Hey, Ramona. And is our other Amy here?
Yes.
Okay, I didn't see Amy. Oh, Sue WA. Hey, Cheryl. Hey, Sue WA. Thank you for the stars. You're amazing. Hey,
Um,
Wendy. There's my girl, Wendy. I was just talking about you, Wendy.
I'm sorry you have a headache.
I was just talking about you.
Those are no fun.
When I logged on, I said, we're doing Americana in America today. And I said, I'm so glad to be an American and live in America. And then I said, oh, wait, we have people here that are not American, but live in America. And I'm so glad they're here. And I'm like, and that's my good friend, Wendy. She is Irish from Ireland, that I would be very sad if she ever moved back home. So don't move back home. Stay here, Wendy. Stay here. I would be so sad. That would be just sad.
Hey,
You have to stay
Carla.
here. Hey, Carla. Yes, there's Ramona. Hey, I know it's hey, Kathy. There's CC Redesigns. I have your print. I'll send it as soon as I'm done, babe. It's the weather gives you
Yeah.
a headache. I know. I know. Jessica has um allergies so bad. Oh my gosh, I don't know how that poor girl lives because she's always got these the weather is always affecting, how she feels and all that. But
Mine is,
yep,
my allergies are really bad too right now.
yeah, everybody did. I don't have allergies, so I'm good with that, but I know how people feel. Okay, so I took a tag and I put paper on the back and I painted it red. And this is our printable that we're going to be using. It is a red Ford truck from 1945 with a flag hanging out on the back and a pasture under an oak tree with cattle. And I am going to, I believe, uh, put it on this.
Wendy says she is American.
She is American. Yes. Oh, you moved there when you were young? Oh, I thought you were Irish, born in there and raised there. Wow. Well, I'm so glad then. Yeah, she'll live here. She'll live here forever. She'll be here. Hey, Lori, I'm
You're
trying to
funny.
like mentally prepare her that she cannot leave America because Risa will be upset. I love Wendy. Risa will be upset. You know, it's always good when you have a friend that if you disagree on something, it's okay. You disagree and you move on and you stay, you're friends. Or it's always great. Not that I have any of that with anybody. I'm just saying. It's also great that when you talk to someone and for the first time and you click and you click and you click and you click and you click, that's really cool too. And then it's also cool when you meet someone and you just spend time with them doing things and you even grow a slower relationship. Sometimes friendships grow fast, sometimes hey Dora, sometimes friendships grow slow. But regardless, we all should be very thankful for our friendships and our relationships that we have and treat that way everyone treats everyone kindly. And it's so nice to just be able to say, yeah, I love that about that person, I love this about that person. You have
Right.
different relationships with different people because you connect in different ways, and I love that. I love that. Wendy and I talked on the phone one day for several hours and didn't even realize we had so much in common. It was so funny. Things alike that we have alike. And that's kind of fun when you meet someone, then you kind of, Carrie, remind me to show you something after we get off. I need to show you something.
Okay.
I keep forgetting. But it's always so nice to when you meet someone and you talk to them, like Sybil and I are, you know, friends, and we hit it off right at the very beginning too. And I love that. I just love that about people and how you can connect and all that fun stuff. It's amazing.
That's what I miss
Oh,
about. That's what I miss
amazing.
working because I don't get to have that. I don't really get to have those kind of relationships like you do because
Yeah,
I'm always
on
at work.
here. Yeah, yeah. And trust me, there's no one really at work for her to, connect with. It's just she works by
Mm,
herself, is what I
well, I mean,
mean.
not in the summer, I don't, but I
Well,
work
but
best to be retired, so
you know what I mean. You
yeah.
you the majority of the
I
year
think I'm
she
going.
works all by herself and, listens to her AirPods and listens to stuff and,
Which I'm fine with.
yeah.
I'm fine
I
with
mean,
that.
she is.
But I do
Yeah,
miss having, like, being able to form
connections.
relationships with other people.
Yeah.
Hey, Lisa Mary, you were practicing your hand lettering?
Yay. That's
Oh,
awesome.
thank you, Sybil.
Oh,
Tell me
get
where
in
you
here.
work and about your job. Oh, you don't want to know. I work at a Catholic, very small Catholic university here in my town, and I'm a custodian, so nothing exciting.
It's only exciting when she used to work on a floor where it was dorms and these kids, these girls, there could have been some guys, maybe. These girls would dye their hair funky colors, like
Mhm.
every as funky colored as you could imagine, and then
Yeah.
go in there and rinse their hair out in the shower and stain the shower. And guess who has to clean it? Carrie.
Mhm.
And she used to get so frustrated, which I don't blame her. I mean,
Thankfully, I don't work.
I was right on it. I'm like, that is just absolutely silly. There should be a sign that says, "Do not wash your hair dye
Oh, there's
down this
signs.
drain."
There is signs.
Well, then I don't know,
They
but
don't care.
it's just silly.
That was
I
in the
used to,
freshman dorm. I don't work in the freshman dorm anymore,
yeah.
so.
She said, I used to clean businesses and houses. Wendy, I had a house cleaning business for several years, like, I don't know, like 7 or 8 years. And I started it when I was 17. And I just decided I worked at Arby's roast beef. Uh, and I decided I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to work for someone. I wanted to work for myself. So I hung up a couple signs, and yep, that's what I did. And when we left Mississippi because Jessica's dad was in the military. Um, I went on to North Dakota, and I didn't do any there. But when we got back to Arkansas, I did them there. And yeah,
Yeah, I used to clean houses too, but that was when I lived in California when I had my kids were littler. And then
yeah, mine were too.
when I moved here to Washington, I worked at a hotel for almost 8 years until my friend got me a job over at the university because she used to work at the hotel with me too, and then she went over to the university, and then she was able to get me hired on there, which is a much better job, much better job. But I mean,
Yes, more
it's still
benefits.
summer is a hard time for us because we don't have air conditioning in the buildings, and it's when we deep clean everything. So
Oh, that's
it's
cool, CWA.
it's a lot of work.
Yeah, it is a hard job. It's a hard job. Wendy's right. It is a hard
Mhm.
job, especially if you get someone that just wants to complain all the time.
Yep.
But luckily I didn't ever have very many of them. They were pretty, pretty well going. And it's funny, I'll have to tell you guys like an interesting thing about me and my house cleaning. So I um would I lived in Arkansas at the time. And oh, that has to be punched. I lived in Arkansas at the time, and does anyone ever heard of the movie Sling Blade?
Yeah.
Sling Blade. Well, um was Sling Blade was made in Benton, Arkansas, and Malvern, Arkansas. And my friend Diane is who cleaned houses with me, and she needed a job, and her son started kindergarten with Jessica, and she just lived down the street from the school, and so I would drop off Jessica, and she would get her kids to school, then I'd go back and pick her up, and we'd go clean houses, and every when they started filming Sling Blade in our town, we would go and we would do our first house in the morning. We did about two, sometimes three a day. Mostly it was just two. And so we would go, and every other week we'd have like an extra one thrown in there for the every other week people. But we would go and get Sonic, because if you are from the South, you know what Sonic is and how good it is, and their cherry limeades and all that fun stuff. And so we would go get Sonic, and then we would go find where the movie crew was, and we'd park across the street and we'd watch them make the movie. And one day we were at the if you remember the movie, there was a pharmacy, there was a store in there, and that was West Side Pharmacy because it was on the west side of Benton, and I lived 3 blocks behind West Side Pharmacy. And all of a sudden, we're sitting there eating, waiting, because they're filming inside. And all of a sudden, this guy slings the door open, and he is cussing every bad word you ever heard. And he's dragging this kid by his collar, and he takes him over to the wall, and he slams him up against the brick wall, and he's screaming and yelling at him. And I'm like, oh, wow, he's in some serious trouble. And then they, I don't know where the kid went, but the dude walked around to the back of the thing to cool off, and yeah, he got into a lot of trouble. I don't know what he did, but that was at where they were. John Ritter worked at the store that was there, and they were in there filming the store, and some scenes, and yeah, whew, that was scary. We were like, oh my gosh, I hope we didn't hurt him, like hit him or something. Like, it was bad. If he would have hit him, I don't know what I would have done. Probably called the police. Um, but yeah, it was scary. But we watched them when they were in the grocery store, when they were in Whopper Burger, the burger place they were in. That was called Whopper Burger. And it was not very too far from where just the school was, like literally like 2 blocks. And we would go there all the time after I picked her up from school, and get a drink or whatever. And yeah, we watched a lot of the scenes. Oh yeah, the Dairy Queen, which was that other burger joint. It was our Dairy Queen. The whole town though got a huge facelift because they had to pay everybody to use their businesses and buildings, and they got paid very well. The town looked brand new when they were done, like upgrading everything, and making everything new. We even got a new movie theater. We didn't even have a movie theater before that. Got a new movie theater and all these things. It was really cool. Really cool.
That is really cool.
Yeah, it's the closest I've ever gotten to watching a movie be built, made, whatever you want to call it.
Never seen the movie, but Clint, when he was in Head Start,
Uh-huh.
they filmed a Wells Fargo commercial at his Head Start classroom that he
Oh,
was
cool.
in. Yeah, it was like a 2-day filming because
Uh-huh.
the Head Start school where he went was a little teeny. It used to be a one-room schoolhouse way
Yeah.
back in the day.
Yeah.
And so Wells Fargo used it, and they put in all old type of chalkboards and the old school desks,
Yeah.
and all the kids that went to school there got to be in the commercial.
Oh,
Yeah, it was really fun.
did you ever see him on the commercial?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, they didn't play it a lot, but we did actually get to see them see it as a commercial. So it was
Yeah.
really exciting. And he got paid.
Oh, wow. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
they got paid like a couple of $100.
Each kid?
Yes.
Oh, that's
I
awesome.
know. It was really cool.
That was cool. That sounded really neat. Yeah, that's awesome.
It was
I
fun.
yeah, I yeah, that is pretty cool. Yeah, I really loved watching that, and I loved the movie. I guess because I watched it be made, and you're just like, we
Yeah.
didn't even know what it was about. Of course, we didn't know it was Sling Blade. We didn't know what it was about. We didn't know anything. So when it came out, and all that, you're like, oh wow, and Robert Duvall was in it, and Billy Bob Thornton, and John Ritter, and big names, real big
I mean,
names.
I
So, hi, Lita.
I don't remember. Like I remember seeing it, but I don't remember a lot about it.
Yeah. Yeah, it was about this guy that was um which
Didn't he
was
have a
Billy
saying or
Billy
something?
yeah, he did. Billy Bob Thornton was the guy. He dipped his french fries in mustard, and he was the guy, and he was kind of um like a little slower. I don't know how to say that. I don't know how to say that, but anyway. And so he wound up um he wound up being in a like rooming in the back of this person. He made friends with this lady's son, and he wound up being in the back. Oh, Dwight Yoakam was in it. He was the bad guy. Um, anyway, he wound up being in living in the back of this woman's property in this little, place, this little shack. And because he didn't have any money, and he worked, but no, he didn't make a lot of money. And so anyway, turns out there was a couple of times he would be in the house eating, and Dwight Yoakam, would hit the woman or be mean to the boy, and he didn't like that. He didn't like that, and so he was actually in that we had this place called the Benton Service Center, which was out in Malvern, right off the freeway, and it was a mental hospital. And in real life, that's what it was. And they actually started the movie there, which is where he was. He was giving his story to a teenage girl for her, I don't know if it was high school or college, but for like a her report, or I don't know, something like that. And he was in there, like in this place. So he did get in trouble, I guess. And I don't know if he got out or not. I can't remember, but he was just sick of it, right? He was sick of it. So he would take the boy and they would go fishing and stuff like that, and do all the fun stuff because he didn't have a dad, and the dude was, mean. And one day he'd had enough, and he took a sling blade
Oh,
and
yeah, that's right.
killed him, slammed it over his head, killed him, because he was like, it's self-defense. I mean, he was hurting her, and he had just, he was just, but it was premeditated. But anyway, it was a really, really, really good movie. It had a lot of good things, and it was so funny because we'd be like, oh my gosh, look, there's the football field, like with the look, there's this. It was just so cool watching it. But if you've never seen it, it's worth watching. It's called Sling Blade, like a sling blade tool. Yeah, definitely worth watching.
Yeah, it's a good movie.
Yeah, it is. I've seen it several times. Several times.
Okay,
I'm
Kim.
sitting here at first, I was like, wow, I'm just moving along here pretty fast. And then I was like, oh, it's okay because we're not in an event. We can end whenever we want. Because I'm sitting here going, um,
I know. Moving fast myself. I feel like I'm moving fast.
I just was like, you know, sometimes when I craft so quickly that I forget that, I'm in an event, and then the next thing you know, I'm in trouble because I got 30 minutes left. But when you craft as much as we do, you just learn how to do it quickly. So,
I think I'll put A rusty.
Just learn how to do it. What?
I'm gonna put a rusty star in my bow, I think.
Oh, that's a good idea. I have one. That's a great idea. Thanks.
You're welcome. Glad to help
Pretty
you, Bessie.
sure I got one. I do. I do. I do. Right here. Right here. Right here. And I might put more than one. Let me see. Let me see. Oh, maybe not. I don't think I have enough space. But oh wait, I got little ones and big ones. Aha!
I don't know if I
That big
have.
the big one would be good in my bow, so you could see it. Really cool. Some of the little ones, I don't know. I'd have to get that bow on there first and then see. Okay,
Have
here we
any little
go.
ones.
Here we go. I use this as my base.
Those are jingle bells. Don't need those.
Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock. Gonna be doing some Christmas here soon.
I
Christmas in July.
saw that. I saw that.
I have got to get some more Americana stuff made, but I have been so busy. Ramona, I need to call you. Um, I'll I'll try to remember this week, and if I don't, please text me so I know when is a good time to call you. Or if you're like, "Hey, I'm free. Can we talk now?" Just text me because I need to ask you a couple of things. Oh, um, because that would be yeah, it would be good for me to talk to you this week. I gotta figure something out. So
Thank you, Barb.
okay. Ugh, I've been so tired lately.
Is
I
it
don't
still
know.
hot, your place, Risa?
It's not. It's supposed to be. It looks like it's gonna rain. It's been thundering and
Oh, wow.
um. Bring on the rain, Lord. Bring on the rain. We need it. We need it. We need it.
It's just gonna be like 91 today here.
Oh wow.
Or actually, I think maybe warmer than 91. I don't know.
Oh,
It's gonna be hot and hot tomorrow, so I'm glad I'm not working tomorrow.
just making sure Ramona saw what I said. She said, "Gotcha, gotcha, 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 gotcha."
You've been summoned to do fall earrings. I
Oh,
need to look
cool.
at your pictures and start soon. Oh,
Yes.
yay.
Yes.
Pumpkin spice latte.
Pumpkin spice latte.
And
Wendy,
with
just let me
berry.
know. Let me know if there's anything you want special. Make them and throw them up there, and then you can,
It's actually hard to believe that we're already almost. I mean, I know June just started, but July 4th is going to be here before we know it.
Yep. Well, it's going to be Christmas before we know it. It's like time flies these days, seems
It
like.
really does.
It's funny when you're a young mom and you're raising your kids, when you're doing it, it doesn't feel like it goes very fast. But then when they're older and they're growing up, like Wyatt's 10, he's going to be 11 in August. I'm just like, oh my gosh, what happened to those 10 years? They went by so fast. Just hard to believe.
When is his last day of school?
Last week,
Oh, oh wow.
yep, we're just waiting on Hannah and Ella. They both are starting the same week with him.
I can't remember when Hannah's last day is.
The 17th.
I was going to say the 16th, but I was close.
Yep, 17th. Something like that.
Yeah.
Okay, I need to cut this. This is a little wide for what I am wanting.
She had to go on a field trip last week all
Yeah,
by
he
her
did too.
lonesome.
Oh,
All by her
wow.
lonesome. Yeah. Um, there was some parents showed up at the museum, but on the bus ride, it was just her and the bus driver.
Oh, gosh.
So she texted me from the bus, and she's like,
This is
"Help!
weird.
Help!"
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, they went to the campground that's there off of Taboo Road where they have like this cool water park and a swimming pool and all that stuff. Um, and he that believe blew my mind. They said the pool wasn't even open. I'm like, what? Why wasn't the pool open? I mean, it was a hot day.
Yeah,
They're
right?
out there. And he's like, something happened, they said. So pool wasn't open. And I
Oh,
was like,
that's
oh
a
boy.
bummer.
So they did all the other fun stuff in the little water park where I think it has like one water slide or something. Um, but, and then he hurt his lower abdomen doing it.
Oh
And
no.
yep. And so on Friday, when he was here with me, and of course he's was embarrassed because had to do with his lower abdomen and all that. And so he calls his mom crying, I'm hurting, I don't know what's wrong. And you know did you tell Nana? No, I am embarrassed. And he's just like so upset, and she's like, oh my goodness, Wyatt. She's like, you have to, you know and she's like, so she called me, and she's like, go across the street and get Monica, because he says he's in a lot of pain. And
Oh.
you know what? That she came over. I went over there and I knocked on the door, and she opened the door, and I'm like, I need you. And she's like, hey, what's going on? And she came out and closed the door, and she opened the door and said, I'll be back. I got to go across the street. And I explained to her, like what was going on, and um, all that. And that's hot. Whew. And so she went in. You would have thought she was a doctor. She went, but she has been a nurse for a very long time.
Mm.
Um, and she went in and asked him every possible question, like even like his privates, like, make sure it's, tell me it's, what's going on? Do you look bruised? Anything, She asked him everything, and he answered the questions. And so about that time, Glenn called. And so she said, I think that, if it's not gone, um, better. She's like, we're going to give him some Tylenol. And I think because he jumped on a rope swing, and yes, one letter at a time. That's right. He jumped on a rope swing, and it, made a mark on his upper abdomen, lower, but you know what I mean.
Right.
And so I guess he moved wrong and it hurt. And so then he freaked out, of course. And I hope you do too, Wendy. Um, and so she's like, I think he just bruised himself, but so she gave him Tylenol, and she put ice on him. And I said, well, I have to go live. And she's like, okay, no problem. I'm going to go back across the street. I'll come back and check on him after a while. Well, she came back while I was live. And of course, I ran up there because I was afraid something was wrong, And because he opened the door and said, it's Monica. Can I answer the door? And I'm like, yep, yep, you can answer. And she's like, yeah, I didn't want to bother you. I just wanted to see how he was doing. And he was fine after that. Dr. Monica to the rescue. I mean,
Oh,
seriously, he didn't have another problem at
oh,
all.
wow.
He sat there and played um, Xbox, and he was fine. I was
Oh,
like,
that's
oh,
good.
okay. Yeah. I think he just overreacted a little bit.
Yeah.
You know how kids are.
Yeah, school doesn't start until after Labor Day here in Washington. So,
Yeah, his
and
starts the
then
last week of June.
we
I
had
mean,
like
August.
our days we had to
Can't
make
talk.
up for snow days, or we did have like a couple of late starts and stuff. Okay. Okay. Let's get rid of this thing.
All right, ladies, what do you guys think? Stars on each side or and a star on the door or stars down the side together? I think this looks pretty cool. Reminds me of Texas. Hi, Inez.
Hi, Inez.
How are you? It's a different Inez. Inez
Oh.
Garcia.
Oh.
Welcome, welcome. Yeah, he's okay, Amy. So, you like the diamond dust? Yes, like the diamond dust too. Probably really hurt. Yes, it did. Yeah. And I'm sure it did. He he just moved wrong. He got up, went to the bathroom and all of that and he moved wrong, I think. And then, once it hurts and you get panicky, she said, then, kind of then hurts even more and so it was good. So, anyway. So, I don't know, I kind of like the stars up here because it looks kind of empty because they're teeny tiny. I do like it on the door. So, we'll put it on the door. Hi, Carol. How are you? Thank you for coming. You like the stars up top? Okay. I think they look cool.
Come on.
I don't think I'm going to slant them. I think I'm just going to keep them straight. I love these little things. We don't hardly use, we need to buy more stuff like this because we don't really use this stuff that much.
I
We
need,
really should.
yeah, I need some stars.
You should, buy rusted stuff is what I'm meaning.
Yes, yeah. We do need some.
All right. I hope that's sufficient, ladies. When you put a star like that on a bow, it kind of smushes the bow. Oh, thanks, Amy.
Let's see. I'm gonna tuck you in there.
What'd you do?
Thank
Make
you,
a
Amy.
tag?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking about it, but I put my stars there, so I guess I won't. I mean, I could put one right there just going out that says USA. Let me get my cutter.
So are you making the tag?
Yeah,
I'll show my book.
trying to. Oh,
This
hold on.
is my RCB book.
RCB. Where is
This
my
is
thing?
the
Oh, there it is.
front. This is the back. And then I had this cute little tie that I made. Maybe if I can untie it. So then you open it up, and this is my inside cover. And then the front of my book is all my jelly plate prints that I've made. I'm not going to show them all, but it's all jelly plate prints. The middle of my book is going to be just for mixed media I could do whatever I want. I could paint the pages and do art on them, whatever. And then the back is all just blank multimedia paper, so I can paint, stamp, use oil pastels, whatever I want to do. um, so that's the back of the book, and then here's the back of the back cover, and then it all closes up in my spine. I really love it. Did I draw the pictures? These? No, this is from a paper pack. Um, it is hold on, let me get it.
Why does that not look right? Somebody spell white. Carrie?
WHITE.
Oh, well, that's how I spelled it. Thought I was losing my mind. Just
It's
doesn't look right.
Dana Wakely Media. It's a collage paper. You get like 60 different of her collage work.
Yeah, it may not be available anymore. Is it
I think
old?
it is.
Because
It's
she's
a lot of her
she
stuff is still
around.
yeah. I
Is
didn't get
she
this.
still around?
Yeah, I
Okay,
didn't get
cool.
this too long ago. But I just
Where
used
did you get it?
on Amazon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that's the paper that I used for the cover and the inside. Thank you, Amy. This was Risa's idea for a book. So I went, and after she
Now,
taught the class, I went and did it.
now you may like this is what her book looked like when she started, was this, and it had this many pages in it, actually a little less than this. And so every so often she would, tear some pages out because you have to tear them out evenly. And then she would, you know, cover them with paper. And yeah, it worked. It worked good.
There, I put
I
it
was
in the
like,
chat for you.
she said, she texted me and she's like, "Are you awake?" Sometimes I take a nap in the afternoons, and I'm like, "Yep." I haven't taken a nap in a while. Well, I took one after we got back from vacation, but that's like the first time I've had one in a long, long time. And anyway, she's like, "I just want to show you something," and I'm like, "Okay." And of course, I'm laying in the dark because I'm just playing on my phone. And she's like, "Oh," I'm like, I'm here. It's just dark." And so anyway, it was cool to see it up close and up front and all that. So
Yeah, you'll have
um
to look up the jelly plate printing. It's too much to go into detail, but it's
yeah,
really
there's
fun. It's
a
a lot
lot
of
to it.
fun. But
Yeah.
these are
But there's a
just
lot to it.
it's all my some of my favorite ones that I did. So
So I think that we need to take, Carrie, a moment of silence for Sunny and Gizmo
oh,
because they have left the coop.
yes, they have.
Our poor baby eagles that we've been watching for months, since November. People have been watching them. They're in Big Bear, California. They are California eagles. Yes, they are. And it was two girls. And yeah, they between 10 and 14 weeks they leave the coop. And they, for a whole year, they come back different times, and the parents feed them, and then the parents teach them how to steal food from other birds, because until they're closer to 3 or 4, they don't know how to, get into water to catch a fish. And so the parents still have to teach them a whole lot of stuff. But let me tell you what, the other day, um, Sunny left and she got tired flying. You could tell she was tired. And she wound up um, landing on the tree that the parents like sit in, perch in. And and took her a long time to get back over there, but she got over there. And boy, her sister, you'd have thought she was going to attack her. She was so happy to see her. And then she she stayed around for a little bit, I think a whole nother day. And then she decided it was time to leave again. So she took off, and her parents took off so fast behind her because she was running right into some ravens. And ravens and eagles don't get along. And let me tell you what, those parents, yeah, they went and was right on her. And it was so cool to watch. It's so cool to watch these parents act like human parents and love their children like we do. It's just amazing. And it blows my mind. Um, I just like, I can't even believe how they, you know, they feed them and they just everything, they're just really, really good. And but I watched a little video yesterday about the lady that runs the program at Big Bear. And she said that, just to tell you how big an eagle is, a female eagle, her wingspan is 8 feet wide. 8 feet,
Wow.
like huge. Their nests are 6 feet, just the opening is 6 feet wide both ways and 6 feet deep. So it is very deep. If you're holding a female grown eagle on your chest, like if you put your arms around here and you held her, the top of her head would be at where your nose and your eyes meet, and the bottom of her tail would be below your knees. That's how tall and big they are. They are huge animals. And so it was just really a lot of fun. And then, of course, um, Gizmo was stuck in the nest all by herself, and her sister left and came back and left. And um, that's when she said, girl, come on, Gizmo, you got to get this done. Get to flapping those wings. Get some. But the problem is their wings are still full of blood. Their feathers, their flight feathers are still full of blood. So they're heavy. So that makes them tired when they fly. And so they have to build up that stamina. And so she was standing there flapping her wings and doing her thing, and she fell, and she had to catch herself and fly away. It was like, well, got to do it now. And so she did, and she went over to a tree that now they are calling the Gizmo tree.
That
And
was her second flight. Her second flight was the Gizmo tree.
yeah, well, she landed somewhere
She
when
landed
she
in
flew.
the I forget the name of the tree. There's another name for the tree that she landed in, but then last
Yeah,
night before it got dark, she flew from that tree to what they're
to
now
the
calling
Gizmo
the
tree.
Gizmo tree. Yeah.
Oh, okay, well, that's
And
so
mom
cool.
fed her
But
this morning.
yeah, oh, I saw that she made her. Like she went over there and got a fish, and
Mm-hmm.
she made her come and get the fish from her
Mm-hmm.
and made her feed herself. And that was
Yes.
cool. I just watched that video, and that was
Yes.
really cool. We haven't seen Sunny again for a little bit, and
Since
it'll
the
be
sixth.
you know, yeah, since the 6th. No,
Yes, since the sixth. That
since
was
the
the last.
6th.
Yep. That was the last time
So
they saw confirmation of him.
her, she keeps
Her.
calling
I
him a
don't know. I
him
call him a him. Ugh.
because the name is Sunny. I don't know.
I don't know.
But it's funny because yeah, they are amazing sisters. They love each other, but they may never see each other again, which is so sad. I hate that.
Yeah.
um and the parents don't, they see them and they'll talk to them and they'll train them and they'll, for the next year, they spend time with them. But only 50%, this is the sad part, only 50% of the ones that grow up and take flight and leave don't live. They get killed or something. So we need to pray that they survive.
Yeah.
Um, but I watched something where they told the story about how Sunny and not Sunny, how Jackie and Shadow met. And it was really cool story. But it's sad now because when you go to look at the cameras, she's in the
Empty.
one tree and they're showing that tree, which is nice, but the the nest is empty.
Yeah.
Nobody there. So
Nobody
we'll
home.
see. Nobody home. Nope. Oh, except for Fiona, the flying squirrel. She
Oh.
lives there too with them, and she's home. She runs around in there all the time, and she's so fast they could never catch her. So that one lady said. I was like, wow, that's pretty fast.
Yeah, that is.
Anyway, well, thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate it. We hope that you guys have a great week, and I will be live tomorrow. Couldn't tell you the time, 12 or 1 Pacific, 2 or 3 Eastern, not Pacific. Well, hold on, 12 or 1 Pacific, 2 or 3 Central,
We don't know
because
yet.
she does Central. She does Central and everybody else does Eastern. But yeah, so but yeah, so Carrie they'll put it in the post in the morning, and I hope you will come and join me
I
because
I
I
got your prayer
have
request, Sybil.
I have an amazing, you got her what?
Her prayer request.
Oh,
I
prayer
got it.
request.
I wrote it down for
Um,
you.
I have an amazing, and I'm going to show you very quickly. Okay. I mean, quick. This is my print for tomorrow. I don't know if you saw it, but it's cute. It's so cute.
I haven't seen it yet. Oh.
It's fast.
I did. I saw
It's
it.
it's fast. What was it?
Dolphins.
Don't. Yep, it was a dolphin. But wait till you see what the dolphin is on. That's the funny part.
Oh. I
So,
didn't catch that. So
yep, yep. But anyway, all right, ladies, I will see you tomorrow, hopefully, and you guys have a great evening, and we'll catch you guys later. Bye.
bye.
Oh, hold on, gotta take it down because I messed it up. Somehow I got it
Just
wrong.
joking.